Museums are uniquely positioned to form this bridge between past, present, and future that I think is particularly important for this community that is very much interested in the past, very much interested in the history, which is rich and interesting. Um, and then we have what's going on right now with, Binghamton has really turned into like a foodie culture, which I find fascinating and has a lot to do with entrepreneurship and also with immigration. Um, and then there's the future and what Binghamton is striving to become going forward, whether we are going to be some kind of a tech hub. Um, whether it's more service oriented, are we, going to be an arts and cultural destination? These are all questions that to some degree the community has to answer. We have to figure out what the needs are and what the wants are and then respond to those. And that's why I think museums, but specifically Roberson, with our broad base of topics, art, history, and science, but also our regional nature that extends beyond Binghamton, Greater Binghamton, Broome County, into all of the surrounding counties. I think we are uniquely positioned in that way to fill that need. Museums are generally responsible for programs and exhibitions. Sometimes the two are more joined than others. Um, but our programs here are generally based on enrichment in some way. So whether that's enrichment with field trips and kids coming into the building and experiencing something that they have never experienced before or can't experience anyplace else, there's enrichment to that. But we also have that for adults. It's multi-generational learning, and the enrichment can happen all at the same time for 3 or 4 generations. And there are families who come in who have, their own individual experience of the museum, but they're having a shared moment. They're having a shared enrichment experience. We want people to come away from these experiences being better informed, being better citizens of the communities in which they live, and feeling like they had a good experience, even if the topic at hand was uncomfortable or maybe even slightly unpleasant. That's okay, that's fine. Those challenges also enrich us in a lot of ways. It's fascinating. The demographics of the museum range from the negative net worth to the many millions of dollars in net worth, and we have a way of accommodating and finding something for all of those folks. There's an admission to get into Roberson. There's a fee for adults and kids. It's $8 or $6 respectively. We also have membership programs, but one of the programs I am most proud of, and as far as I know, we were the first museum in the country to offer something like this, is our Pay It Forward program. So if folks either can't afford to come in or don't wish to pay for whatever reason, they don't have to pay. It's a prepaid pass that other community members who believe in the vitality of museums they've already paid for these passes. And then you come in, you pull one of these passes, and you have full access to the museum just like everyone else, because economics should never be a barrier for folks. Whether it's neighborhood, school district, or just circumstances that you are currently in, we want you to be here. Obviously, I love this community. I'm a lifer. I have been here, pretty much for my entire existence. And there are great things about this community, and like every community, there are things that I think could be different. One of the things that has always been challenging for me as someone who loves it here is I would love for people to see this community the way that I do. I would love for them to, you know, have the same kind of appreciation and excitement that I experience here. The worst part about this community is the negativity about the community. If we could just make this cultural shift for people to get excited and appreciate what's here and recognize that, like, we're really fortunate in a lot of ways to have all of the opportunities that we have here. I think that would make a huge difference. This is my soapbox, and I will die on it about the fact that this is a great community and there's so much to do and there are so many things happening. The problem is that you just can't possibly do it all.